Hello, I'm Danesh, and this week we have Michael Bradford. Thank you so much for joining me, Michael.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Michael is the general manager of Audi of Beverly Hills. Could you please tell us a little bit about Audi of Beverly Hills?
Sure will. We're a new dealership, relatively speaking. We opened in 2012, February to be exact. At that point, we were a new business, nothing going on at that point, no customers, no furniture, no nothing. And we jumped in with both feet, getting involved in the community, which I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about. And at this point, we just finished 2015 as the largest Audi dealership in the country. We sold a total of 3,014 cars last year, and we're very happy to be in town and to have become a part of the local community.
That's great, thank you. So you have done a lot for the local community. So over the past 4 years, you guys have donated a lot of money to our local school, Beverly Hills High School. So could you speak a little bit on that and why it's so important for you to do
Yes,
that?
definitely. When we first showed up, we were approached by the Beverly Hills Education Foundation, and we'd been thinking about how we could become involved in the community. And we decided at that point to make a multi-year commitment. It was a $100,000 commitment over 4 years. And that's something that we've continued to this point. So coming up in May, we'll actually give an additional $25,000 donation to the Beverly Hills Education Foundation, which will make, at that point, a total of $125,000 so far, which I said at the time last year was a good start. We think being a part of the community is a very important part of, being a good local business citizen. And in addition to just the monetary support, we've really tried to get involved with the school and with the foundation, and we will continue to do so.
So in addition to all that generous contributions, you have assisted with getting the school much more help, if you could say. That's with the Career Education Advisory Committee. Could you speak on that, please?
Yeah, well, a few years ago, the state started talking about defunding a lot of the co-curricular activities that have been funded. Statewide, it was called Regional Occupational Program, or ROP. It's now called Career and Technical Education, and the state's not going to fund that anymore. So we started talking about how we could work in the community to get businesses involved, to not only help the kids in learning about business, but funding some of these activities that we think are so important to the developmental opportunities of the children that are going through the schools and this level, the high school. Case in point is what we're doing right now. I mean, there are so many schools that don't have anything like KBEV to give their kids an opportunity to see what's available out there in terms of future career options. So that's something that I feel very strongly about and will continue to help to try to support.
Thank you. You have personally assisted us too in coming to the career education and getting more industries involved. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, well, listen, what I feel is that it's our obligation as a member of the community to get involved. So that's not just to give money, but it's to help. And what we've seen at Audi Beverly Hills, and I tout this regularly, we're the #1 dealer in the country, and much of that is due to our local community involvement, right? There's a bit of a glow that's involved in the community by getting involved and trying to help. And what I'm at this point trying to do is get other business leaders in the city to understand that through involvement and engagement with a civic organization, in my instance, the Beverly Hills Education Foundation, you can not only enrich the lives of the students that are involved, you can help the community improve the value of the property in the community, which helps the businesses in the community. It's kind of like a snowball that hopefully will keep rolling. And if we can get more businesses involved, we'll be able to not only sustain what we've been doing, but to grow in coming years. And that's a really exciting prospect.
Yeah. There's so many facets of helping. How come you guys decided on the schools?
Well, it's kind of neat in the city of Beverly Hills because there's kind of one entity, right? You have 4 primary and middle schools, 1 high school. You're not dividing your attention in a ton of different areas. And we're in the city of Beverly Hills. This is where we should be putting our stake in the ground. And it just seemed to make sense. It's helpful in the community. It's good advertising. And it helps. I mean, really helping the kids have an option to study something in addition to their regular academic work, I think is important because, listen, not everybody wants to go to MIT and be an engineer. So those people that want to get involved in entertainment or culinary arts or hospitality or, heaven forbid, the automotive industry, you need to know what your options are, right? Because many people don't know what they don't know, right? Unless you present the options in front of them. And listen, we're a business that opened with about 25 employees, and right now we have about 120. So wouldn't it be nice if some of the people in town that might have an aptitude or affinity for technical work might know that they could be very lucratively employed in the automotive industry as a technician? Maybe people don't know that. We need to help get the word out.
Having that career technical education is very important too, because that's going to help us in our futures.
Yeah, listen, I don't want to say anything that's politically incorrect, but you have to provide options to everyone, right? You don't want to take away the opportunity from the people who are going to chase performance at the highest level. And that's the way the standards are measured in the school, and we support that completely. However, there might be people who want to do something different, and if you don't provide them an opportunity for fulfillment, enrichment, and learning in the school environment, I'm not sure where they're going to get it.
Yeah. So back to Audi. How did you come up to being general manager of Audi Beverly Hills?
Well, I've been in the car business 30 years. Actually, last month was my 30th anniversary in the car business, so I've done a few things in a few areas, but prior to coming to Beverly Hills, I spent about 10 years working for the Rusnak Automotive Group in Pasadena. And the opportunity came here to open a brand new dealership with a completely new set of team members, and I found that to be an exciting challenge. In addition, Audi is a very hot brand. Beverly Hills is the place to be, and the Fletcher Jones Automotive Group is one of the leading groups in the industry for high performance and growth. So it seemed like a good opportunity for me. As I mentioned, we built the team from the ground up, and our goal is to be the best Audi dealership around. So we want to sell the most cars, we want to have the happiest customers, and we want to be the most valued member of the business community.
Mm-hmm. Where do you see Audi Beverly Hills going in the future?
Well, we'll continue to grow. What we do is in large measure determined by Audi of America's ambitions and targets and product pipeline. There are a lot of great cars out there from a lot of great manufacturers. Audi seems to resonate a little bit in town and on the west side, so we're going to continue to sell as many as we can to people who are looking for an alternative that we can hopefully provide. And it remains to be seen how big we can get. I mean, we're currently the largest dealer in the country, but that doesn't mean we're going to stop trying to grow. And through that, we'll have more service opportunities for the community. We'll have more employment opportunities for people that want to be a part of that effort. And hopefully, we'll be satisfying many more customers for years to come.
Yeah. And where do you see the future going with your connection with the schools and the Beverly Hills Education Foundation?
Well, I think we're starting to gain a little bit of traction with the Career and Technical Education Group, the Beverly Hills Education Foundation in general. We have a new business sponsorship initiative that I've been involved in as a board member of the Beverly Hills Education Foundation this year in reaching out to businesses and show them the benefits of getting involved in the community, contributing to the foundation and the schools, and really through the synergy of working collaboratively, help the students, help the businesses, help the community, and we're going to continue to try and grow that as big as we can get it.
That's great. And what do you have? Do you have any advice for other businesses who might have the same ideas as you guys?
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting involved. And what we tell people is that doesn't have to mean write a check, right? Because a lot of what we can offer in terms of counseling, mentoring, right, having internships at the dealership, those are all things that don't cost money. It's just being willing to give of your time and effort. So we don't prescribe how you should get involved. We just think it's good for everybody for more people to get involved. So we've had success on that front. We're trying to convince others of the benefit of doing so, and hopefully we'll continue to see more and more companies jump in with both feet and, again, continue to develop the sense of community that is so prevalent here in Beverly Hills.
And really does benefit the students. And what are some qualities you see in students that are important for them to grow up?
Well, listen, I think the thing that you want to give students is opportunity, whether it's in school or whether it's in life. And I think the things that make for a successful student are the same things that make for success in the grander scheme of life or the working environment. So things like having a goal orientation, challenging yourself to be the best you can be, working hard every day to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday, right? Working well and effectively with others, believing in, although it's a bit of a trite saying, a win-win scenario or a mentality. That's the way we try to run our operation. We want a situation where everybody can be successful and everybody can get something out of it, and you only get that through collaborative interaction and dialogue with the parties around you. So whether that's you and your fellow students in this environment, whether it's the students with the community business leaders, where it's the community business leaders in the city or the residents. I mean, working together to achieve mutually beneficial goals is really a philosophy that I believe strongly in.
Those are really wise words of wisdom.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining us today. and for everything you do for our community.
Well, again, it's a pleasure to be here. We very much enjoy being a part of the community, and we enjoy having the opportunity to help, specifically with the kids that are going through the CTE program as well as just the schools in general, and we look forward to many more years of helping out in the years to come.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.